All right. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Twitch. We are finally good to go. Welcome to the stream. Jimmy Moreland here for you, voice actor, audiobook narrator, and music producer. And welcome to the show where we do live auditions on the biggest voiceover casting websites, the pay-to-plays, that is voices.com and voice123.com. Then we head over and see if there's any audiobook audition work for us to take a look at ACX, the audiobook exchange, the audiobook creation exchange, that is. Sorry for the late start. We had some wild tech issues, had to restart the computer and do all kinds of fun stuff, but it appears that we are good to go. I've got chat up for both Twitch and YouTube. We are streaming to both, and I should be able to see it just fine. If I don't get to you right away, just chat again, and I'll probably see it pop up in my peripheral. But we do try to keep our head down and keep focused and busy. But if you have any questions about gear, about software, about the biz, I will do my best to answer it. I love talking gear, and I'll do my best to answer any of the questions that you might have. Let's take a look at what we're going to be seeing today. We are going to be seeing this right here, Pro Tools on the left and our audition websites on the right. So let's jump right into it. Let's refresh voices.com, and then we'll take a look at here. Local history audio, male voices B. Really low budget. This one just came in. So it's an audio tour. We see quite a few of these show up. Think like a museum, and you put the little headphones on and you walk around and it says like, oh, this is a painting by so-and-so. Those kinds of things. Really small budget. Not super interested in that right now. Let's take a look at this one. $600. Charismatic and whimsical narrator needed for 30-second fintech app ad. Let's take a look here. Think Gene Wilder in Willy Wonka. Think Robin Williams as the genie in Aladdin. Think Jeff Goldblum in that one Apple commercial. All right. U.S., British, Australian, and New Zealand accents available or welcome. Well, this sounds fun and interesting, and we like fun and interesting, so we'll give this a shot here. Why not? Here we go. Sarwa Trade is stock trading? Who? Sarwa Trade is stock trading made for you. Whichever way you like to trade. Maybe you're plugged into the market. Sarwa Trade is stock trading made for you. Whichever way you like to trade. Maybe you're plugged into the market and know all the ins and outs. Or maybe you've got another stock tip for a trade. Maybe you're plugged into the market and know all the ins and outs. Or maybe you got another all the ins and outs. Or maybe you got another stock tip from your cousin and just want to prove him wrong. Or right. Huh. Do you hit it long or right? Huh. Do you hit it long or play it short? Do you follow the noise or take a position? There's no wrong answers. Whatever your trading style, you can trade with Sarwa. We're going to call that fine. Voiceover auditions, it's definitely something that you could nitpick and try to make every syllable just perfect. And we probably did noodle around more with that than maybe we ought to have. And know all the ins and outs. Or maybe you got another probably spent a little more time on this audition than we should have, but we're getting into it. So the first audition of the day. We want to make sure that we're doing stuff right. Let's take a look. Put that on, grab that, and then this is Sarwa Trade. Sarwa Trade. There we go. Hopefully we were whimsical enough for that client. Here we go. Oh, they want a directed session. Okay. Budget 600. Here we go. Now we have to go back to the auditions. There. And as soon as that gets in, we hit send. Done. Easy peasy. Next. All right. Audiobook supporting character, Dr. V. So this will be some kind of multicast audiobook production, and you're just going to appear in maybe one or a few chapters. Supporting character in the horror comedy novel Tales from the Gas Station. Okay, interesting. Let's see here. Let's read the script. Like, we've got a little bit of a description. He's a highly respected expert in the field of criminal psychiatry, well-educated, slightly pompous, at times adversarial. The ideal narrator would be able to switch between friendly and sinister. So let's read the script. Usually I like to cold read, but I feel like we don't have enough information about what the hell's going on here. So we are going to pre-read it just so we can get a sense for what we're doing. What you're doing right now is called metagaming. You're trying to figure out what I'm thinking. As a result, you're changing your own behavior to fit your impression of what I want. It's deconstructive in the purest sense of the word. In order for either of us to get anything out of these sessions, I need you to stop worrying about me and focus on being your own authentic self. Try to forget why you're here and talk to me simply and honestly. Okay, so there's clearly some kind of interview or something like that happening. This is not going to be an over-the-top. This is not animation. This is not video games. This is an audiobook, and so you need to be at like 60%. You don't need to be up at 100% like you would for animation or video games. Audiobooks are a very different thing, and if this client has cast a bunch of these before, then they'll know that that's what they're looking for. If they end up casting one of the very talented animation and video game actors from this website who aren't used to toning it down for the audiobook medium, this might end up being a bit of a mess. But we're going to approach it like we would an audiobook. What you're doing right now is called metagaming. You're trying to figure out what I'm thinking. What you're doing right now is called metagaming. You're trying to figure out what I'm thinking. As a result, you're changing your own behavior to fit your impression of what I want. It's deconstructive in the purest sense of the word. In order for either of us to get anything out of these sessions, I need you to stop worrying about me and focus on being your own authentic self. Try to forget why you're here and talk to me simply and honestly. Let's read that last line again. Being your own authentic self. Try to forget why you're here and talk to me simply and honestly. Good advice for a voice actor. Talk simply and honestly. All right, adjust this little bound here. Paste our room tone there. Hit our automatic crossfades. Did that actually work? I think I might have. There we go. And then turn on our denoise. Bounce that out. Dr. B. Sure. Reply. Hit him with the audiobook thing. Sure. Grab that. There we go. And then as soon as that uploads, we hit send. Okay, AMR Learning Module 3. That sounds like some e-learning, which I'm totally all about. E-learning is a great genre of voiceover to get into if that's something you're interested in doing. Not too terribly long. Decent budget for how long this is. Let's take a look at this. Our world can be quite complex, making it difficult to explain. Exploring it with curiosity can lead to reflecting on both seen and unseen causes and effects. Have you ever noticed how when you do things right, many of us pat ourselves on the back for our hard work and savvy, yet when others succeed, we often chalk it up to their environment or sheer luck? Let's read this whole thing again. I really want to go over the top with a natural delivery here. Our world can be quite complex, making it difficult to explain. Exploring it with curiosity can lead to reflecting on both seen and unseen causes and effects. Have you ever noticed how when things go right, many of us pat ourselves on the back for our hard work and savvy, yet when others succeed, we often chalk it up to their environment or sheer luck? Sure. I think I started out a little bit more natural, and then I slipped in a little bit into my default read a little bit, but at the end of the day, This is a numbers game. We gotta keep moving. AMR. And we'll just call this 3. And what they are describing there in this copy is the fundamental attribution error. That is the technical term for it. There we go, and send. Another audition. We got another one of these. It's the same thing. Okay. I mean, if you're going to just post the exact same job twice, then I'm going to submit the exact same audition twice. I don't know what you're doing. I guess they... Oh, maybe that's the difference. South. Hold on. We need to go back to answered. Shit. I hate the way Voices orders these. Okay, job details. That's why. So they do want it to be different. They want, let's go just back to jobs, please. Thank you. It's the same copy, but they want it with a Southern accent. Okay, let's do it. Our world can be quite complex, making it difficult to explain. Exploring it with curiosity can lead to reflecting. Our world can be quite complex, making it difficult to explain. Exploring it with curiosity can lead to reflecting on both seen and unseen causes and effects. Have you ever noticed how when things go right, many of us pat ourselves on the back for our hard work and savvy, yet when others succeed, we often chalk it up to their environment or sheer luck? Cool. All right. And we will alter our response template to include that we are from Texas. So that's 2. Okay, bounce. Okay, reply. I wonder how many people missed that. Direct session. There we go. 400. So for whatever reason, I'm curious whether they're actually going to hire two different talent, or like actually create 2 different products at the end of the day, or if this is just their way of looking for 2 different tranches of accents. Very, very interesting to know that. All right, Billy Mays style infomercial. You remember Billy Mays? I remember he died in like 2009 or thereabout, and I was in military training for my broadcast job, and when Billy Mays died, and like all of these like broadcasters were like, "This is a golden voice. Our industry is bereft of the gift of Billy Mays' voice." Let's take a look here. Okay. Interesting that they want the salesy, like over the top. Not, they do say not super over the top, but they want like the Billy Mays read. So we're going to hit the pad button on our interface. So I just got a whole lot quieter, and we're going to give the Billy Mays read. President Biden's new, and they probably also want fast. This seems like the kind of thing that's probably going to end up for radio, or at least that kind of format. They've got a specific 30 that they're trying to hit. We're not necessarily trying to hit 30, but given how much copy is here, we want to get close enough that they're looking at a realistic representation of the pace that we'll actually have to read at. So, let's do it. President Biden's new clean energy plan. New clean energy plan, right? Okay. All right, here we go. President Biden. Problem is, I have a problem with the word president. 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 President Biden's new clean energy plan could save you thousands of dollars right now. Take advantage today. This plan provides billions of dollars for Americans to upgrade appliances, improve your home, update your heating and cooling systems, or even switch. Let's do a punch and roll there. Update. And let's do it actually back here so that we don't have as many catch breaths. For Americans to upgrade appliances, improve your home, update your heating and cooling systems, or even switch to an electric vehicle. With President Biden's... Let's do a punch and roll there. Or even switch to an electric vehicle. With President Biden's tax credits, you can enjoy this newly allocated money now. Learn how President Biden's Let's do a punch and roll there. This newly allocated money now. Learn how President Biden's policy could put more money back in your pocket. Let's read that again. This newly allocated money now. Learn how President Biden's I can't say president. Learn how President Biden's policy could put more money back in your pocket. And now I've got a loud truck rumbling by. All right. This newly allocated money now. Learn how President Biden's policy could put more money back in your pocket. All right, we're going to call that good enough. We just need to move on. Here we go. So we've talked about this before on the show, but it bears repeating. This is not a politics live stream, and it never will be. But politicals are a... Wait, I need to hear this transition real quick. In your pocket. We need to shorten that. In fact, we're going to really shorten that. Holy. Money back in your pocket. Learn how President Biden's... Okay, back to here, and that'll be good enough. Yeah, politicals are a whole genre of VO that is very lucrative. There's a lot of work to be had. We're going to title it according to their title, V1-0613. Politicals, there's a lot of work to be had. Way back in the day, you used to be able to play both sides of the aisle. You could do ads for Republicans, you could do ads for Democrats, and it was no problem. Nowadays, that is not the case. You need to pick a side. Pick your side, whichever that is. If you don't care, if you don't have a side, then politicals probably aren't right for you. The people who are hiring in the politicals space, they care a lot. Basically, everyone in the entire ad production chain they're all locked into their side. Gone are the days where it's like, hey, here's this one production house. Whoever you got, whatever candidate you got, left or right, Republican or Democrat, we'll produce any ads for anybody. Those days are gone. There's virtually no one out there doing that. It is a Democratic ad firm, and everyone in the entire production chain is on board with that message, or it's a Republican ad firm, and everyone in the entire chain is on board with that message. So you, as part of that chain, are going to have to fit into that ecosystem, and so you need to pick your side. And again, if you don't have a side, then politicals probably aren't where you want to be. So I have picked my side. I'm not going to talk about why it's better or blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to do any of that kind of stuff on this stream, apart from just maintaining decorum about our friends who live their lives differently from us. But let's take a look here. With that, whether you agree or not, I'm hoping that we can all be professionals on this stream and you can appreciate the advice, the being able to witness the workflow on a political ad, even if you don't agree with the content. We read things all the time that we don't agree with the content. I'll read an ad for a cigarette company. Hell yeah, let's go. There are certain things that I won't read. And everyone out there will have your own sort of no-goes. But let's move on. Point made. Be Bold GP 2025. Okay, this one's been here for a while. Why are there only 4 responses to a job with a decent budget? Let's find out what's going on here. Needs to feel cinematic. Okay, innovation is the currency of progress. What does that mean? Growth, evolution, adaptation. There is no alternative. Sounds like some tech bro wrote this. There's a reference file. Oh God, what is this going to be? It's a PDF, but I bet it's a PDF of a slide deck. And look at that. It is. Oh my God. I knew this is classic tech bro stuff. Global payments. Like, oh my God. I love it. We're going to... Oh my God. So some tech bros somewhere is like, yeah, cinematic. Okay. We're going to give them what they want. I'll take tech bros money. That's fine. Innovation is the currency of progress. Growth, evolution, adaptation. There is no alternative. With every transformation, there is opportunity. Opportunity for reinvention. Opportunity to change mindsets. Opportunity to make real, meaningful change. And for us at Global Payments, it begins now. Remaining true to our core values. It begins now. Remaining true to our... It begins now. Remaining true to our core values, we'll take action and be bold in our decisions. As leaders, we inspire with passion. Action and be bold in our decisions. As leaders, we inspire with passion. Passion about what we do every day and the change we're creating. Relentlessly pursuing excellence, striving for growth. We don't rest on our laurels. Doing excellence, striving for growth. We don't rest. Doing excellence, striving for growth. Stomach growling. This might have to be another short stream. Doing excellence, striving for growth. We don't rest on our laurels. Doing excellent. Loud truck? Oh my God. Really loud truck? Okay. Doing excellence, striving for growth. We don't rest on our laurels. Rest on our laurels. Our laurels. That's what's giving. Our laurels. Our laurel. It's a very... Doing excellence, striving for growth. We don't rest on our laurels. We boldly pave a new way forward. Bold doesn't mean brazen. Navigating through change requires care for each other and for the results. Never losing... All right, that's plenty long. Let's listen to the first couple of seconds for a job like this in particular, but any job. The first 3 seconds of the job, the audition anyway, are the most important because most clients are only going to listen to 3 seconds of your audition. Innovation is the currency of progress. Innovation is the currency. Innovation is the currency of progress. Growth, evolution, adaptation. There is no alternative. With every... All right, that, I feel, is probably closer to the cinematic read that they're looking for. Let's take a look here. There's no alternative. With every transformation... Okay. Right? Okay. Here we go. Do a very fast edit on this. Punch and roll narration allows us to very rapidly knock out our edit. And there it is. So you'll notice we didn't read the whole script. Be bold. Be bold. GP 2025. We did not read the whole script because we don't do that. You shouldn't read the whole script if it's too long. 50 to 60 seconds is what you need to be giving. Any longer than that, you're wasting your time. Wait, now it says 1 response. What is going on with this job? Are they like actively deleting responses that they don't like. I'm so confused about what the hell is going on with that job. Okay, SJU integrity pillar. Like, why were there so few responses when we got to it? It's been up for going on 4 hours. We saw that it was posted around 10 a.m. Eastern. It's now nearly 2 p.m. Eastern. So a job like that should have 50 responses or so by now. And when we clicked on it at first, it had 4 responses, which again, very strange. But then when we replied to it, it was down to 1 response. So I think that client must be deleting candidates' auditions that they're not interested in, which I've never seen a client do. Very strange. So we've got a nice reference here. Let's take a look.
Integrity. We believe in the power of a community that encourages everyone to bring their best selves and to serve the world with an ever...
Okay. We're replacing the video at the head 5 pillar films for... We're replacing the view at the head. Period. 5 pillar... there's something missing in the sentence. They are all similar in length to the Vimeo link. Okay, whatever. We're going to give a similar read to the last job on this. They're wanting sort of the, it's the founder's read. Integrity. We believe in the power of a community that encourages everyone to bring their best selves and to serve the world. Integrity. So 5 pillar films. So they're going to be 5 different films, each one about one of their 5 pillars. So one of their pillars is integrity. So that sort of informs our read a little bit. Integrity. We believe in the power of a community that encourages everyone to bring their best selves and to serve the world with an ever-deepening sense of purpose and truth. Let's be a little bit more intentional. I really like the way I said integrity. I think that's a keeper. Everything else, though, I'm going to read it a little bit slower. Try not to get through it with just one breath. Integrity. We believe in the power of a community that encourages everyone to bring their best selves and to serve the world with an ever-deepening sense of purpose and truth. Okay, that's the read. Cut that up. Boom, boom, boom. Real simple. In fact, let's give them 2 reads. This copy is short enough. We'll give them 2 reads. Why not? Sense of purpose and truth. Integrity. We believe in the power of a community that brings everyone sense read the copy? Of purpose and truth. Integrity. Sense of purpose and truth. Integrity. We believe in the power of a community that encourages everyone to bring their best selves and to serve the world with an ever-deepening sense of purpose and truth. Really smiley read. There's that. We got a hell of a loud truck going through the last half of that read. Everyone to bring their best selves and to serve the world with an ever-deepening sense of purpose and truth. Okay. Go, and there we go. Grab everything. Go, declick on, bounce, SJU integrity. SJU integrity. Reply. Hit that. Make a note that we're giving them 2 takes. Shit. Here we go. I've given you 2 takes. $250 is the budget. Select the file. There it is. And send. There we go. Get the next one ready to go. And here we are. Now, you'll love to see this. This yellow badge right here. What do we got here? Evocation. This yellow badge right here, that means I've worked together previously with this client. If I send an audition, the client will see a similar badge on their end. When they're looking at all the auditions that they've got, they should see a similar badge that says worked together previously. So that gives us a huge leg up when it comes to trying to get these jobs, because we've made this client happy in the past. I've worked with them 7 times. And it makes us stand out among the competition. So these other 12 responses that they've gotten, us, if we're number 13, we're going to stand out. But let's take a look at if this is right for us. Cassius Town Hall. His last name is Town Hall. Archaeologist, player character's uncle. He wants to help player character. He has a gentle, deep, and emotional voice. Okay, this feels good. I love this client because they always give like such deep detail and background for the characters, even in their auditions. They give like as deep as you want to dive in. Look at that, very handsome. Little tech bro action here. These boots they're not boots. They're just high, and just the way that he's got his pants cuffed are very interesting. Let's take a look here. Looks like we're going to be saying a lot of Greek words potentially here. That can make things tough for us. This is a Greek company. Oh, yeah, see. Gallery dell'Accademia, Rialto Bridge. So, okay, not Greek. Italian. This stuff's Italian, but it looks like, based on what we saw in the document there will be some Greek stuff. And this client is based in Cyprus. So they're going to really want these pronunciations to be just right. And they're going to be able to detect the difference between like, oh, you did this vowel there versus that vowel. So we're not interested in getting ourselves nitpicked to death fairly, but no, we're not. No. Demetrius here. Demetrius is also an archaeologist. So they want us to be saying, let's see, we're reading for 2 different characters, for Demetrius and Alberto Moreno. We're going to pass on this one as well. I don't want to embarrass myself live on the stream with my really poor Italian accent. It's impossible not to have an Italian accent that is not just like super, it's a me, Mario, like doing this. Let's take a look at this. Latin phrases. Irenaeus. I don't know. Yes, we need Latin phrases recorded by English native speakers. These are the... What is the purpose of this recording? It's only 2 minutes. Video games. Okay. Guys, with the zip files? All right. Live on the stream, if I get a horrible computer virus live on the stream, we all know that it is because of voices.com. God. Okay, so everything is here. Okay, extract to downloads, sure. God. I'm going to do this over here. Downloads. Here's the folder. Okay, here's the script. So this is kind of fun. We could, oh wait, no, it's not. Okay. I thought maybe this was IPA, but it's not. Okay. So they've given us, let's take a look.
Ad Augusta per Angusta.
Ad Augusta per Augusta. Angusta. Okay. So they've given us a... So let's look at this first line. My guess is Faber est sue quisque fortunae.
Faber est sue quisque fortune.
Excuse me?
Faber est sue quisque fortune.
Faber est sue quisque fortunae. Do I want to stumble through this for long enough to try to get this right? Faber est sue quisque fortunae. Each is a blacksmith of his own luck, is the translation. So, let's look at what the budget is. $150. And remember, on voices.com, you have to multiply this by 80% to get what you'll actually get paid, because Voices takes 20% off the top. So, $120 for me potentially to get this. So, let's see here. Our audio samples are there only for you to understand the pronunciation of a Latin phrase and the correct stress. Intonation description. Okay. Interesting. I'm just trying to make sure that, like, if I do all this work of trying to get these pronounced out correctly, like, have I wasted my own time here? I could show off the loop back process, but I don't know how valuable that would be for anybody. Maybe we will real quick. Let's go ahead. All right. Loop back. Here's how this works. So on my input select here, right now I've got my input selected with a very convoluted, it's a very silly thing that I've done with my input, but it's the way I've done it. But basically for my input right now, I've got this microphone selected as you normally would. Let's see what this email is first. Maybe it's a job worth doing. Actually, it looks like a job worth doing. So we're going to come back and mess with the loop back in a second. Maybe. We'll see. Let's take a look at the job that just rolled in now. We've got App Store video. Yeah, let's do it. The automotive industry is transforming. The automotive industry is transforming. Universal connectivity, onboard high-performance computing, and immersive in-vehicle displays enable consumer experiences that mirror everyday smartphone experiences. This is all one sentence. Look at this. That's one sentence. The automotive industry is transforming. Universal connectivity, onboard high-performance computing, and immersive in-vehicle displays enable consumer experiences that mirror everyday smartphone. Are we not fucking recording this bastard? Computing. The automotive industry is transforming. Universal connectivity, onboard high-performance computing, and immersive in-vehicle displays enable consumer experiences that mirror everyday smartphone experiences, such as personalization, upgradability. We're going to punch and roll that bit there. Oh man, this is a mess. What a sentence, holy. I'm pretty sure this is the punch here. Immersive in-vehicle displays Yeah, we'll do here. Immersive in-vehicle displays enable consumer experiences that mirror everyday smartphone experiences, such as I'm trying to read this too fast. The automotive industry is transforming. Universal Holy. The automotive industry is transforming. Universal connectivity, onboard high-performance computing, and immersive in... I've got something. All right. Let's try this again. The automotive industry is transforming. Universal connectivity, onboard high-performance computing, and immersive in-vehicle displays enable consumer experiences that mirror everyday smartphone experiences, such as personalization, upgradability. Let's reread that. Mirror everyday smartphone experiences, such as personalization, upgradability, and connectivity. Let's reread that. Mirror everyday smartphone experiences, such as personalization, Mirror everyday smartphone experiences, such as personalization, upgradability, and connectivity. Mirror everyday smartphone experiences, such as personalization, upgradability, and connectivity. All right, we're going to call that good enough. zoom in, make this edit here. Make that edit there. Go back to the beginning and do that. There we go. And we weren't as fast as we would like to be, but that's okay. App Store Automotive. We were not as fast as we would like to be, but let's see how much it matters. 550 is the budget. Submit the file. 17 responses ahead of us in line. Look at that. That's how fast you need to be. So fast. Okay. So this email is, wait. Interesting. Okay. So we're still looking at this. Let's just, I don't know how useful really it is for this job right now. Let's go ahead and do a couple things real quick. We're going to clear these out. Duplicate this one. So we're going to do what's called a loopback record, and this is valuable for if you're any kind of content creator and you need to quickly just grab a snippet of audio from another source, and you don't want to have to like rip audio or do a bunch of conversions and stuff. And for us right now, these, did I really close that? Okay. These, let's go to it. Downloads, voiceover. So these files, this was what was in that zip file that was in this, which again, zip files, this is bad. This is not good. But whatever, we've got it. So these three are MP3s, and Pro Tools does not like to import MP3s. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So then rather than going through 15 different menus and perhaps trying to open up our converter program and do all this stuff just to get this audio imported, I'm going to do what's called a loopback recording. So I'm going to make it to where I can see on this monitor, I can see my in out. Right now, this bus one, that's just, I've got some fancy routing, but basically the input for all of my channels is this microphone, as you would expect. But right now, I'm going to make this my loopback, unless it's not showing up, in which case all of this is moot. So maybe I've got it on a different, I must have it on a different project. Setup, IO, outputs 19 and 20. Those might be my loopback. I don't really have a great way of monitoring that. Let's just real quick look at, oh God, Pro Tools. I hate you so much. Pro Tools takes control of the Windows key. So if you're within Pro Tools and you want to hit like Windows D to minimize everything, show the desktop, or if you want to hit Windows E to open a new Explorer window, you can't do that while Pro Tools has focus. Super annoying. Okay, where's our loopback? Here's our loopback. Or you know what? I'm not going to mess with this. This loopback is absolutely vital for OBS to function properly. I have it set up. It works. I don't want to mess with it. So my idea was to set up something to where, oh God, please. To set up something to where I could basically have Pro Tools record the audio that was running through Windows audio. And you'd think that would be a super simple thing, but it is not. The sort of standard way to do that, if you've got a Focusrite interface, is to use a loopback input. But here in this case, I don't think I've got any way of easily making that work. And again, I don't want to mess with stuff too much. Let's see though. Do we actually want to do this job? I still have this open here, right? Favor est sue quisque? It's not quisque. God.
Faber est sue quisque fortune.
Quisque. Quisque? Faber est.
Faber est sue quisque fortune.
Faber est sue. That's easy enough. Quisque fortune? Come on.
Faber est sue quisque fortune.
Faber est sue quisque fortune. Let's do it. Faber est sue quisque fortunae. 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 Let's give them... So to make things super, we're going to give them we're going to give them 2 of these line reads. We're not going to give them all 3. So we did the first one. We'll give them the second one. We're not going to do the third line, but we will give them 4 reads of each line so that they can see that I can give them a little bit of range based on what they actually want to use here. So let's listen to the second one. Viam supervadet vadens. The road will be mastered by the walking one. Or maybe that V is a W. Viam supervadet vadens. I don't know. Let's listen to what we've got here.
Viam supervadet vadens.
Viam supervadet vadens. Easy enough. Come on, here we go. Quisque fortunae. Viam supervadet vadens. Viam supervadet vadens. Viam supervadet vadens. Viam supervadet vadens. Okay. And then cut. Choose there. The hotkey for what I just did there, for just dragging, sort of copy drag, is you hold Alt, click and drag. I believe that's the same shortcut that you'll find in the Adobe suite for most stuff. So in Photoshop, in Premiere, and I think even in After Effects. I think that's the shortcut there. So we're giving them 2 here. 4 reads of 2 different lines. I think that's plenty. Latin Irenaeus. Reply. Hit that. So this job doesn't have a lot of responses, partly because I think some people are scared away from the Latin, and we nearly were. But I also think a big part of it is because it's a zip file. There are many jobs that have had things posted with a zip file that I'm like, forget that. Like, I am not risking my computer for a job. You know what? Okay. Man, this is nearing... Okay. Here's something you need to consider here. Take a look at this. The budget for this project is $84,000. This is for a voice assistant. Now, no other exclusivity, no other AI voices for other companies within 10 years. Spontaneous recordings with a session director saying prompts and questions to answer. Interesting. More perky, some okay with range, but all should be distinct. Natural conversation, contextually expressive. Okay, we've got all this stuff. Error prone and fragile. Heavy accents. Robotic qualities. Excessive humanness that needlessly deceives the user. Crying, anguish sounds. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's take a look here. $4,000 TQ. I don't know what that means. Artist usage. I don't know what TQ means. Recording. Artists are total talent quote. So we need more information about usage. An AI voice that will be a direct clone of the selected talent's voice. Full buyout 10-year term with exclusivity on AI voices. So the fact that it has a 10-year, okay. Like, I'm absolutely not doing this. But I can see how other people out there might really, really consider this. And I'm trying to understand the case that might be made for someone out there who might consider this job. $84,000, that's a lot. Remember though, you're not actually, if you book this job at the $84,000 budget, you're not earning $84,000. You're earning 84000 times 0.8. You're earning $67,000, which is still great. That's more than a lot of people make in a whole year. You still got to pay taxes on that and all that good stuff, but $67,000 is not nothing. For some people, that's life-changing money. But you have to consider the opportunity cost. If you do this job, they sort of spell this part out right here. You can't do any other AI voices within 10 years. Okay, fine. Like, it's not like you were going to make a career off of doing a bunch of AI voices. Once one company has it, it makes no sense. But you have to consider that there are many, many, many clients out there who increasingly they're aware that there are people out here doing this. They're aware of it, and if say I'm Disney, I don't want to hire a voice talent who has an AI voice out there that someone could make say anything that they want. Like, what a huge risk for me as Disney. So you need to really, really be careful and really, really consider. This one at least has a 10-year. But God, that is long. 10 years could be a whole new industry. You never know what's going on in 10 years. That is a long, long, long term for a buyout. And I need to know, like, what does this mean? Full buyout, but give me an idea of what you're doing. This seems like they want to, like, actually be able to then turn around and resell your voice to anyone who is willing to pay for it. And you won't ever get any royalties from that or anything. So this company might be like, yeah, we're going to pay you a whole bunch of money, but guess what? You're going to start to hear your voice show up all over the place, and you're not going to get paid for any of it, and you're going to have internet trolls who are using your voice to say racist things and, anti-Semitic things and all kinds of horrible, like, you have no idea. You've got no control over it because this company is doing a full, exclusive, unlimited buyout of your voice. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. Like, this is so risky. I absolutely cannot. Oof. If you need the money right now, I guess go for it. But you need to use that 67, however much money, 60-something $1,000. You need to use that money to look for a new job, because you have suddenly put a very hard ceiling on your earning potential as voice talent if you take this job. If you take this job, you will probably never get, any of the AAA tier clients. You probably won't, because they don't want this potential disaster of having your voice out there in the wild saying wild shit. Why would they do that when they could just put a little thing in their contract that says, hey, if you've ever given your voice up to be a full-on AI voice clone, then, we're not interested. So if you take this job and you get it, congratulations. And good luck in whatever your next career is, because you're going to need a new one. We're not doing that one. Okay, moving on. This client, we always pass on their stuff. Just the budget's super low, and just we're not interested in those jobs. Let's take a look here. PTO plan. Why? Okay. PTO plan. Paid time off. What kind of this client has listed the category as animation. That's wrong. This client has fucked up. This is not an animation category job. This is a video narration job or something like that. Just because the video is animated does not make it an animation category job. This is wrong. I should be a 100% voice match. This is the kind of shit that I do all the time. This is e-learning. This is industrial explainer. That's what this is. Not animation. Animation category is reserved for what you think of when you think animation. It's reserved for big, loud, vibrant characters. That ain't me for the most part. So, I know myself. I know where my time and money is best spent, and so I don't even have an animation demo. And that's why I'm only a 90% voice match on here. Otherwise, all of this stuff, real person, believable, conversational, if those are your 3 tags, it should be mutually exclusive with animation. Generally. Like, animation should, like, there should be, like, a character in this role. And there should be, like, you know, gravelly and gritty in style, like something. This is not animation. Like, so I'm going to report this, that it's the wrong, like, I would absolutely audition for this, but I'm a 90% voice match, so it's that much less likely that I will be heard by this client. So it goes from being an audition that I would absolutely do, and I'd be happy to get this job, to being, I'm not even going to audition, and in fact, I'm going to report this job because it's the wrong category. Incorrect performance details. That's probably what we want here. This is not an animation job. A very simple thing that I suggest for voices.com is when a client selects animation, a little pop-up. Are you sure? Are you sure this is animation? Do you have, like, is this in the same category as the Animaniacs, as Bugs Bunny, as Tom and Jerry? Is this in that same category? Or are you doing like an HR video that happens to have some cheap-ass, Flash level animation? If it's the latter, then this category needs to be video narration. Enough said. Oh, it doesn't archive automatically when you report that. Let's move on. Unistellar voiceover. Nature, night sky, they awaken our inner explorer, and we rely on the maps, binoculars, and compass to venture in them. To venture in them. And we rely on the maps, binoculars, compass to venture in them. To venture, the referent here is nature, night sky. Let's take a look at this reference file. Okay, it's the full script here. Okay. There's already 58 responses, but we're on the live stream. Our job is to audition. So we're going to do our job. We're going to go ahead and audition for this one. Here we go. We're recording, and we don't even have the script up. Here we go. Nature, night sky. They awaken our inner explorer, and we rely on the maps, the binoculars, the compass to venture in them. They awaken our inner explorer. Just wanted to get that line there. I think that was pretty good. This is the line we're going to replace with this right here. Grab you, drag you over there, and let's listen to the pacing. Nature, night sky. They awaken our... Nope, too fast. Night sky. They awaken our inner explorer. And we rely... A little longer. Explorer. And we rely on the maps, the binoculars, the compass to venture in them. I do that pretty frequently. I've been trying to tone that down. I actually had a coach point it out to me. At the end of lines, I'll often put a little bit of an extra breath, especially lines that end with something like the word them. See there, speaking naturally, I just said them. But often, I'll do them. I exaggerated it there for your benefit, but here, let's put this back up to 0, and you can hear compass to venture in them. to venture in them. Why did I do that? I don't know. We're not going to cut it entirely, but we are going to drop that volume down so it won't be quite so dramatic. Compass, to venture in them. There. Sounds more naturally. Sounds like I'm putting sort of a button on the end of that. Compass, to venture in them. There we go. That sounds natural. Bounce this out. You know what? Let's give him another take. This is so short. Why not? Compass, to venture in them. Nature, night sky. They awaken our inner explorer. And we rely on the maps, the binoculars, the compass to venture in them. Cool. So I gave them an upbeat, smiley read. But I started with the more sort of gritty, this seems like it's a nature type thing. So that was where I went there. Unistellar. We'll just got that. Okay. Boom. Reply to job. Go. That. I've given. Come on. Oh my God. I've given you 2 takes. Don't make fun of my typing. It's because my keyboard's in my lap instead of on the desk. So that's why my typing sucks. So can it? All right. Yeah, 58 responses ahead of us in line. So it's not super likely that we'll be heard at all by the client, but who knows? Maybe they're really thorough and they want to consider all their options, and we're going to be the one that they just love. Okay, we got this again. I'm not even going to look at that again. Don't be fooled. Don't get those dollar signs in your eyes. Sometimes it is too good to be true. Let's take a look here. Keep it light, but still informative. What are you talking about? What? What is this? Okay. Here are 2 scripts as an audition text. They better be really short. So, God, there's already 71 responses. But it's a pretty good budget, so whatever. We're here. It's the stream. In life, some things aren't that intuitive. That's why when it comes to trading, you need an intuitive platform like Plus 500 that streamlines your activities, allowing you to focus on trading decisions. Join Plus 500 and start trading CFDs. To focus on trading decisions. Join Plus 500 to focus on trading decisions. Join Plus 500 and start trading to focus on trading decisions. Join Plus 500 and start trading CFDs on commodities, forex, indices, and more with a reliable and innovative trading platform. We are going to go ahead and, and innovative trading platform. In life, lack of self-awareness isn't all that bad. But when it comes to trading, you need to know as much as you can. Plus 500 gives you a bird's-eye view of your activities. You need to know as much as you can. Plus 500 gives you a bird's-eye... You need to know as much as you can. Plus 500 gives you a bird's-eye view of your activities using Plus ME, helping you spot trends and refine your future trading of your activities using Plus ME, helping you spot trends and refine your future trading strategy. Okay. All right. And the way I'm bouncing around here when I'm editing, in Pro Tools, I hit Tab, and it jumps the playhead forward to the next edit point. So say I'm like right here at the very beginning. Zoom in a little bit here. So the playhead's right here. It's blinking. I hit Tab, and the playhead jumps to up here, which isn't super useful. But now, when I hit Tab, the next edit point is way to the right, off my little window here. But I hit tab and it centers my view on that edit point, which is super useful for just navigating. So I hit tab, I adjust the bounds, I hit tab again, adjust the bounds of the next one, hit tab again, adjust the bounds. And so when you've done punch and roll recording, that makes your edit super, super fast. There we go. We got the emails rolling in, so we want to hurry up and get this exported so we can see if any of those are jobs that we want to respond to. Plus 500. Plus, for God's sake, plus 500. There we go. $750. Boom. And send. Come over here, turn you off. All right, next up, what have we got? Another one of these stupid ass. See, now I'm starting to think that these are fake. Like, they're managed services, so like, hopefully voice.com, like, voices.com is like, you know, the staff like knows what they're doing, I guess. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if 3+ jobs are actually going to come out and pay all this. I don't know about all that. Good luck, I guess. Jesus. All right, let's take a look at this. Novi. Looking for a woman or a man with a more low voice. Provided video examples. Okay, we've got a video example. Let's take a look here. I don't hear shit. Do you hear anything? There's like some random noise, but I ain't hearing shit on that. These clients, man. Oh my god. Final video will drive awareness via Anovi social and digital marketing efforts. All right, whatever. Let's go ahead and do it. The electric vehicle revolution is here, and innovation drives our sustainable. The electric vehicle revolution is here, and innovation drives our sustainable future. At Innovi, we're constantly pushing boundaries. Drives our sustainable future. At Innovi, we're constantly pushing boundaries. Our experts blend cutting-edge ideas with deep manufacturing knowledge. We develop innovative solutions like our lamination technology and cell contacting system. With deep manufacturing knowledge. We develop innovative solutions like our lamination technology and cell contacting system that reduce waste and speed up production, paving the way for a greener future. Innovi, where innovation meets speed and sustainability. Cool. Okay. Pasting stuff in, and again, zoom in a little bit so we can just hit tab, drag some boundaries, tab, done. Innovi. Innovi. There we go. And that, ladies and gentlemen, should be the end of... Oh, let's go ahead and actually reply to the job here. General 400 and submit. That should be the end of our jobs on voices.com. Now let's head over to Voice123. We did the voices.com jobs first because these are more time sensitive. Because of the way Voice123 jobs roll out, it's less important that you get to them right away. It's still important. Speed is always going to be a factor in whether you get heard or not by a client. but it's not as critical to getting hired, statistically speaking, as it is on voices.com. Their speed is like, man, if you're not within the first 20 to get a job in, like your odds of getting heard they just plummet. And you can't get hired if you're not heard. Okay, let's take a look at this. First things first, we'll zoom in a little bit on this window. Please, please, please. There we go. And we're going to clear out the jobs that we know that we're not going to audition for. There's only 6 here, so many of these have been culled already. Well, actually, first thing I need to do is I need to take you off full screen here so that I can make sure that we're not about to dox anybody. On Voice123, clients can either show their full first and last name in the client section, or they can use an anonymized, sort of just a client number or whatever. It looks like everyone has used the anonymized, and our friends at Voice123 have asked that we do that little exercise that we just did there. So we made sure none of these clients are going to be showing off their full first and last name. Now, we're going to zoom in a little bit, and we're going to take a look at these 2 numbers here and decide why we're going to pass on these jobs. These 2 numbers here, 61 out of 50. They have requested and perhaps paid to hear 50 proposals. That's auditions from talent like us. They've already received 61, so they've already received more proposals than they've requested. So it's very, very unlikely that they're going to go through whatever process they have to go through to hear anything beyond this 50 that they've potentially paid for. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I think they've paid to hear 50. So we're going to pass on that job. We're not even going to worry about it. Next up, 33 out of 25, same deal. We're not going to worry about that. And that's everything that we've eliminated because they're full. Next up, let's take a look at these 2. We already did the AI voice clone job spiel over on voices.com. And that was for a job that paid nominally anyway, $84,000. This one pays $2,500 for the damned, like the same thing. You're giving away, you're giving your voice away. You're giving it away. And so they want a very, very specific voice for this. They want an American-born Chinese talent. And I get a little bit mad about things like this. It's basically the same thing as the job on the other site that was paying 40 times, roughly, just call it 40 times as much. And this job is looking to do the same thing, ruin someone's career, and pay them a 40th of that. And they're basically looking to take advantage of someone just because they're of Chinese descent. I don't know, man. This really pisses me off. Trying to ruin someone's career just for a single $2,500 payday. And look at this usage here. How long will the voice data be used? Unending, but will be revocable upon request. Will it? Will you revoke? No, you'll probably have to pay back the $2,500, and you'll probably have to pay back whatever. Like, no. This is just. Oh, I hate seeing this stuff. I just hate seeing it. Like, this is voices.com and voice123.com. Like, take the AI shit, like, make a new subdomain. Make it like voices.com/fake voices. Make it fakevoices.com. Do something. Just make it different. Like, my God. All right. Back to projects here. Same thing here. This one, looking for one talent who may highly expressive, different. See, and I get that this client is Chinese. That's another thing. Unending, but will be revocable upon request. This client is in China. If they refuse to stop using your voice however they like, what are you going to do? You going to sue them in Chinese court? Are you going to go to Beijing and file a lawsuit there? No, you're fucked. You've got no recourse. And they know it, and they're counting on you not knowing it. This is bullshit. This is a bullshit job. Don't get dollar signs in your eyes. Don't see the $6,000. Wow, that'll mean I'm a real voice actor. No, that means you really just got scammed out of an entire career. All of your future earnings are going to be capped. You'll never be able to make the big bucks because anytime the contract says, I hereby affirm that I have never given my voice away to a TTS or AI clone client, you won't be able to sign that contract truthfully. And if it's found out that you lied and you just like signed the contract, well, then you open yourself to all kinds of other legal trouble. It's not worth $6,000 to give your voice away. This is all like the Little Mermaid. These people are Ursula. They're making a shitty deal for you, and they're getting your voice. That's what I'm going to start calling these clients. These are all Ursulas. I'm losing my mind here, man. Okay. Please, please, please let me seek God. Okay. So now there are two potential jobs. Let's take a look at the one with the really shitty budget. Funny church video. Our church has a... Okay. So they're trying to shame people who show up to church late. Well, I'm sure it'll be funny for everybody else in the congregation. It won't be funny to those people. What if they got work? What if they've got legitimate reasons where they just can't... Oh, it's tough. Like... Unbelievable. Like... I really wish there was more information about this client because I've done this before on the stream. I want to look up, what does this church look like? Because if this is a fucking mega church, if this is Joel Osteen's church, and they're offering $50, yeah. I have seen a Joel Osteen, his mega church. They've posted a job on Voices before, I think. And boy, did I get heated because they were offering dog shit money, trying to take advantage. And they had like their usage was like total bullshit. Like they were fully trying to take advantage of and scam local Houston talent. Which, that's his whole thing. Scamming Houstonians and people across the world, really. I said this wasn't a political podcast, but that's not politics. That's just him being an absolute charlatan. Anyway, we're not doing this job. We don't need to do that. Let's go back to here, and we're just going to X out of there. Churches, you don't pay taxes. You can afford to pay your voice talent a little more. We have to pay taxes on what you pay us. Why don't you have to pay taxes? Fucking scam. I'm going to start my own church. The church of doing voiceover jobs. Here we go. Yeah. Worship me. I don't have to pay taxes now. Okay, let's take a look at this. Dino trailer. Requesting for additional auditions for an existing project. Looking for serious movie announcer voices. Even though this project is a kid's toy, talent should act as though it's very serious. Think Jurassic Park movie trailer. So they're wanting the Don LaFontaine. In 2016, Spin Master hatched an all-new way to play. Let's do this. I might not usually do something like this, but right now my voice is feeling nice and crusty. And I've said it before on the stream, but I will not be renewing my Voice123 account. I mean, take a look at this. There's one job that's potentially worth our attention. It's Monday afternoon. How many jobs were there on Voices? There were like 20 jobs that were worth doing. And we just couldn't get to them all because like we were kind of slow. But on Voice123, where I'm paying nearly 3 times as much per year, more than double, let's say that. I'm paying more than double per year to be on Voice123 versus Voices. And this is my audition feed. One job worth doing. Not really seeing what I'm paying extra for here, Voice123. But normally I would probably pass on this because I'm not typically the movie trailer voice guy. But I feel like I got to do something. And the reason I would pass on it is because Voice123, you live and die by the algorithm. I'm top 20% voice talent after months of climbing my way up from bottom 20% after I nuked my account in the first week or so of basically treating Voice123 like it was voices.com. Like, if something seemed interesting to me, I auditioned for it. And you get punished for that on Voice123. So I'm pretty well done, which means I don't care so much about my position in the algorithm, which means, sure, yeah, I'll go ahead and go for this. Why not? In 2016, Spin Master hatched an all-new way to play. We're going to not say 2016. We're going to say 2016. It sounds more cinematic and epic, doesn't it? In 2016, Spin Master hatched an all-new way to play. In 2016, Spin Master hatched an all... In 2016, Spin Master hatched an all... In 2016, Spin Master hatched an all-new way to play. Now they're stepping back in time to bring the future of fun. Primal Hatch 65 hatched an all-new way to play. Now they're stepping back in time to bring the future of fun. Primal Hatch 65 million to bring the future of fun. Primal Hatch 65 million years in the making. What was once extinct has returned, evolved, ready to break free and roam the earth again. Driven by the instinct to survive, this T-Rex is ready to run wild. Only you can tame this prehistoric beast. Will it be friendly or fierce? So, we're getting a sense. We're getting a better sense for this. So I think we're going to go back to the beginning and give this another read here. In 2016, Spin Master hatched an all-new way to play. In 2016, Spin Master hatched an all-new way to play. Now they're stepping back in time to bring the future of fun. Primal Hatch. To bring the future of fun. Primal Hatch, 65 million years in the making. What was once extinct has returned, evolved, ready to break free and roam the earth again. Driven by the instinct to survive, this T-Rex is ready to run wild. Only you can tame this... X is ready to run wild. Only you can tame this prehistoric beast. X is ready to run wild. Only you can tame... X is ready to run wild. Only you can tame this prehistoric beast. Will it be friendly? Tame this prehistoric beast. Will it be friendly or fierce? Fun finds a way. So they're doing the Jeff Goldblum life finds a way. Will it be friendly or fierce? Fun finds a way. So I'm hoping a little bit of a wink there in the way that I read that. I'm hoping that's okay, because they very specifically said they want the read to be serious. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get some more, risky jobs to actually come through. But I don't care so much about the risk so much right now because, like I said, I will not be renewing my Voice123. I will not be renewing my Voice123 account, and we're coming up near the end of my year on Voice123. I have not given you 2 takes. And yeah, I've made a bit of money, but it's not worth my time. See, look, top 20% of voice actors. Like, great, but it's It hasn't really been worth my time that I spend every day on this website, and I'm just not impressed. I'm just not impressed. And there's too many things that annoy the hell out of me, like the way the algorithm works. Like, I don't think it's a good idea. It's a good notion, like the idea of like having sort of a meritocracy for talent. But I think in practice, that means the same 50 or so talent are just going to get all the jobs. I'm not complaining. Like, yeah, the best talent should get the jobs, but like that does prevents clients from hearing other voices, more interesting voices, voices that maybe should be cast, that are more appropriate. So I think it sort of works opposite of how Voice123 kind of intends for it to work. But at the end of the day, like, they view, this is a problem on voices.com as well. Voice123 and Voices, the problem is they don't view us as their customers. We're just mopes who are paying an annual fee. They view the businesses that come as their customers. The businesses that come to get voice talent, those are their customers, because those are the ones paying a job-by-job fee. And like, I get it. Like, obviously, if there were no businesses, if there were no clients, then obviously me as the talent, there'd be nothing for me to do. Like, so I get it. There needs to be a balance, but right now it seems the balance is way more focused on the end client. And us as talent, we sort of get left out in the wash. And so we've got this algorithm that frequently works backwards from how it's intended to work, and lots of just simple fixes in the way the website works that they don't care to fix. So I'm done. I'm done with Voice123. Yeah, voices.com is extremely annoying that I'm paying an annual fee and then they take 20% off the top of any job that I book. And it's annoying that they think that they own any client interaction forever once you've booked a job with that client on voices.com. Like, sorry, but like, that is insane. That's insane. If a client that I worked with 10 years ago on voices.com, if they don't even remember their voices.com login, and 10 years later they go like, oh, I remember that guy that I worked with. Let's just Google him real quick. Jimmy Moreland. Oh, cool. Found him. Are you saying that because like maybe I forgot that I originally worked with this client on voices.com? Like, you're saying that is now like an illegal, like against terms of service, like interaction? Like, nah, man, nah. Like, maybe I need to try Bodalgo. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe once I quit Voice123, maybe Bodalgo will be the next thing that I try out. But I hear that Bodalgo has a similar problem that I'm seeing with Voice123, and that there just aren't a lot of jobs. And I do think Bodalgo is also a little bit more globally focused, whereas like Voices.com in particular seems to really be focused on hiring American talent. But I don't know. Okay. Enough. We're going to move on. We've only got 10 minutes left in the scheduled stream. And so we're going to do potentially the fastest part of the stream here, which is deciding whether or not there are any audiobooks that might be right for us. Let's take a look here. We've already seen Vienna on Fire and everything older than that, so everything further down. So there are 2 titles here that we've never seen. Let's open these in a new tab each and take a look. First one, no image available. That potentially is bad, but it could just be like, they're doing a redesign for the audiobook, so we don't have cover art right now. Could be totally fine. Let's take a look at about this title. 230 ratings on Amazon. It's been out for just under a year, so these all make sense. I'm not yet thinking that this isn't a real title. All of this sort of makes sense. Let's hear. They are hiring 2 narrators for this book for duet narration. So looks like the larger portion here is for a female voice. And the male voice will be doing all male lines throughout the book. So the prose narration is all the female narrator. and it's going to be what I've seen called wild lines, will be from the male voice, and so it will be someone's job to put all that together. And that sounds like a nightmare. I just wrapped up production. I got actually some pickups to do, but I'm wrapping up production on my first ever dual narration. But that is a chapter by chapter dual narration. The biggest sort of extra work on that was making sure that my narrating partner's audio matched up with mine, so that when you went from her chapter to my chapter, there wasn't like a jarring change in volume or the EQ or whatever. So, but I wasn't having to like cut things in and move things around. That is a whole extra level of production headache and nightmare. So, you know, this rate here, if you're not having to do that production part, great. This will be a great job. For the guy, this will be a great, easy, like, oh, you saying I just read the guy lines? Like, you know, you got to keep in mind that if you are reading the guy, it sounds like maybe you'll have like 1, maybe 2 finished hours worth of work. So it won't be a huge payday or anything. But for whoever, whether it falls to the female narrator to do the full production of the book, which it would make a little bit more sense. Whoever's doing the lion's share of the narrating will probably have an easier time inserting these wild lines. But man, that's going to be a lot of work. And it's kind of unfair if both talent are paid the same, unless there's a totally separate person who's going to do that melding. God. That's a lot of questions here, which would be something that would scare me away, even if I had space in my schedule. We're doing this just sort of as a simple exercise of like, oh, would you do this? Should you do this? But I'm not. It's almost impossible. It's unfeasible for me to imagine an ACX title that would come up that I would actually submit an audition for right now, because I'm so booked up. Like, I am busier than I've ever been in my audiobook career, and it's got me stressing a little bit because the pace that I'm going to have to continue to work at through at least October. That's the kind of life I'm living right now. But I'm not complaining. This is a great problem to have. Oh no, people are giving me so much money to just sit in a booth and talk. Wah, wah, wah. That's not what I'm saying. Okay. This is a book I would not do. I can tell you right now, because the title is Daddy in Love. I don't tend to do romances in general. I've never been hired for like a proper romance. But even when I do books that have some romance in them, like, it's not my strength. It really isn't. And that's okay. Like, voice talent, know thyself. That is a common refrain on this stream. Know thyself. And I know that like romance and particularly like sex scenes and stuff, that is not something that I'm great at. But this rights holder has done a lot of good work here. Like, as far as giving good descriptions, a description of the main character, so-and-so retired from the military after 20 years as a lieutenant colonel, like all this stuff, all good stuff. But this would not be for us. But good, lengthy project for a good budget. For talent out there who are considering this and feel excited about it, but perhaps are worried about like having something like this in your portfolio right next to more, I don't want to disparage this at all, but just different work. If you've got a bunch of like nonfiction biographies and memoirs and things like that, and you are worried about a title like this popping up in that same feed, then this would be potentially a great opportunity to use a pseudonym to narrate under. And it's really easy to do on ACX to work under a pseudonym. And in fact, this author just just indicated here that they use a pseudonym when they write this stuff. So if it's good enough for the author, it's good enough for you as talent. And like I said, good payday for whoever gets this. So good luck. Good luck. And that's it. And if we were super hungry for work, then we might then like start checking royalty share and stuff like that. But that's not where I am in my career. But best of luck for folks of those who are. And that will wrap up the stream for today. We're going to end right on time, even though we started late. I have to take a break, get some food, take care of some other stuff, and then we have to jump right into audiobook narration, which we may stream to Twitch only. I'll make a decision about that. Sometimes, the pressure of the stream is just so much. But we've got plenty of audiobook work coming over the next couple of months here, so we'll have plenty of live streams of audiobook narration. But I'm gonna have some fun with some other video production today. I think we're gonna put out some standalone YouTube content that is separate from the live stuff that I think people will enjoy. So we'll be doing that. I hope that your auditions are going well. I just got an email ding, and it is a voices.com job. We might actually not end the stream right now. We might do this right now. So, okay. This is a silly thing. This client has posted that they need IVR messages, but they haven't posted a sample script. The need will be 12 IVR messages for a phone tree. So we're going to just Google phone tree script. So let's grab one of these. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's read example 4 here. Please go back. Thank you. All right, here we go. Let's see here. What's our company name going to be? We're going to say Veteran Audio. That's us. Thank you for calling Veteran Audio. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time. For a directory... We'll do a punch and roll here. Its extension, you may dial it at any time. For a directory by employee name, please press 1 and say the name of the person. Its extension, you may dial it at any time. For a directory by employee name, please press 1 and say the name of the person you are trying to reach. To reach an operator, please press 0. If you would like to leave a message to reach an operator, please press 0. If you would like to leave a message in our general voicemail, please press star, and someone will return your call shortly. Let's take a look at this first line here. Thank you for calling Veteran Audio. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time. Yeah, that's fine. We're interested in being fast. We want to be in the first 5 people to submit something to this client. A lot of people are going to be like me, confused, what the hell do they want? They don't have a proper script. Please press 0. If you would like to leave a message in our general voicemail, please press... All right. Here we go. Get rid of all those. Here's the IVR recordings. Boom, boom. Reply. Here we go. General. Just going to use the quote that they are. No. 16 responses already. So I guess people were just responding with if they've got a proper IVR demo or maybe just a general demo. This is another audiobook supporting character thing. Pass on that. All right. So that is I mean it this time. What the hell? Okay. Uh, oh boy. I accidentally armed every single track. Okay, please say I can undo my way all the way back. Okay. Holy. Okay. That's never happened before. I swear this has never happened to me before. Okay. Now we're going to save and be done there. All right. I want to say thank you for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them on YouTube. I will see and respond to any comments that are left on the YouTube live, no matter how old it is. And then I will be back tomorrow from 1 to 3 Eastern Time. And we'll see you then. If you have any questions, you can leave it in chat, or you can send me a message. If you want to pay me to talk for you, you can head over to veteranaudio.com. There's email there, contact form, all the good stuff. You can get in contact with me, and you can give me dollars in exchange for me saying words that maybe you have written. So I want to say thanks for stopping by. We'll see you again. Cheers. Good luck with your auditions. Thanks.